Happy Thursday, May 26th, 2022. Today is my mother's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. She usually watches my stuff, you know. At least I got somebody that consistently watches my videos. Thanks, Mom. Happy birthday. Won't say how old she is. She looks young for her age, though. So, you know, I always wondered with the background on the car, you know how you used to watch those movies like, I mean, even Seinfeld, you know, I don't know, I'm dating myself, I'm aging myself here, outing my age. But, I mean, all the old movies, you know, where they have the backgrounds, it's like obviously fake. You know, it's like a screen behind it. And I just wonder what it looks like, you know, when I make these videos, because you can see the screen, you can see the out the window, and I just wonder if it looks fake or not. Because last year and the years prior, I used to make a lot of videos outside. Haven't been able to do it so much anymore. You know, it's easier for me to get in the car and do it while I'm in the car, you know, going from here to there anyway, making the video. But I used to make these videos mostly for Twitter, 2 minutes, 20 seconds before I, you know, started really rambling on these YouTube videos. But I'd be standing outside with trees at my background, and Randy and little Randy, also known as Miss Teen Crypto, she would always say that I had a fake background. They would always joke about it. You know, I got this fake background, you know, it's a fake set. You know, you got this green screen. So, I don't know, it just makes me kind of think about this. What it looks like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. With the, I don't even want to go dark on all this stuff, but with the events in Texas and the timelines, you know, at that school, I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but there are some things that are kind of suspicious. We've got parents standing outside the building with onlookers outside the building with police not going in. Apparently this kid was in there for an hour. And I mean, there's just a lot of things to where it's like, oh, first they didn't let him in. No, you're not getting in. Then he got in. I don't know. I want to see it sort itself out to see what really happened, because usually that first narrative that you get from the media usually isn't correct. So as you unwind it and you start piecing things together, things don't make sense. I would not be surprised now that we have a dead perpetrator. It's like an Oswald thing. Can't ask him any questions at this point. Would not be surprised if that person were being treated by a psychologist or a psychiatrist, or were on prescription drugs of some sort. Because you see that a lot, these psychotropic drugs, psychedelic drugs almost. I mean, to be able to carry something like this out, I mean, you cannot be living in the real world. Your mind cannot be in the real world to carry out, you know, this sort of activity. I mean, it's just, there's no way. I mean, you've got to be disconnected at some point somehow in your brain, to where you are just living like you think it's a simulation. You've been, you know, mind controlled, or your mind is fractured, or something's wrong. And I'm just curious what it was. You know, what was going on there, because it's just not behavior that you could, even if you think you can do it, once you start doing it, I don't know how you continue doing it. You know, psychologically, and just the shock of it, you would have to be in a different state of mind somehow for some reason. And usually drugs are involved. So I would be interested to see what happens there. But I was thinking about, speaking of dating myself, that's what happens when you you go into the metaverse. You can like date yourself, or clone yourself, or female yourself, or transgender yourself, date yourself. Wouldn't want to date me. But I was thinking about schools, and I need to talk to somebody about something. And I went to grade school with him, and I went to junior high with him. I was thinking, you know, I went to grade school and junior high with him. And then I started thinking, well, does anybody even call it junior high anymore? They call it middle school, I think. You know, so that kind of shows you how old I am. Junior high. You really don't hear that anymore, I don't think. It's always middle school. Let's see. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Happy Hour Friday. I just want to shout out again that we're doing our Happy Hour Roadshow. We are going to be live in Peoria, Illinois. LITECOIN, Lisa, and I, and Mitch. Mitch had to make sure he's letting us know that he's going to be there. He should be there. He's very close. Friday, June 17th. And if you haven't watched Mitch's Motivational Monday, he has a YouTube channel to where he talks about motivational things to kind of get you going for the week. Go check that out. And I've got it linked off of clintwestwood.net. I link all this stuff. LITECOIN Lisa, her Patreon, I've got that linked off LITECOINLisa.net. She has her own website, LITECOINLisa.net. But I put, you know, community resources out there, people I listen to. I think I got Papa Joe's link out there, Daddy O's link out there. He put some videos out on YouTube. Red Cat Life, I got hers. If you want to make seed cards, you know, I hand out seed cards when we download wallets. A seed card, all that is, it's just an easy way to write down the 12 words, 18 words, 24 words, whatever it is when you download a wallet. Like if you're going to download a Monarch wallet or an Exodus wallet, when you download that onto your phone, you're presented with words and in a random order. And there's like a pool of 2,048 words that are randomly selected, and that is what generates, essentially equates to your private key to your wallet. You know, it's unique. You lose those, your wallet's done. You don't have access to your cryptocurrency anymore. So she'll create these seed cards, and I have these seed cards. So if you come to the meetup, if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, I mean, here's the problem. There are so many people who are into crypto, but they don't own the coins. I shouldn't say that. They don't have the private key to their coins. They don't have the coins in their possession. Now, I mean, that's kind of a technicality. Nobody has the keys in their possession. They're on the blockchain. They're tracked on the blockchain, and that's what makes it so secure. You are just having like this virtual private key to this virtual safety deposit box that's secured by the network. So let's take Litecoin, for instance, because I happen to like Litecoin. I'm a Litecoin guy. It's sound money for the digital age. Scarce asset, very fast. Send it anywhere, anytime. Nothing can stop you, no central bank, no government. So anyway, you come to this meetup June 17th and bring your friends who don't know anything about crypto. Even if you do know something about crypto, and what I was getting at, I'm surprised at how many people have their coins sitting on Coinbase. Coinbase has the private key. Coinbase has the access to it. So if for some reason this public company, Coinbase, gets into some financial trouble or files for bankruptcy, your coins are going to be frozen. You will not have access to them because, see, they are the custodian of your coins, not you. It's like, hey, I'm going to go buy some silver. Can you hold it for me? I think Bitcoin Ben likes to use the analogy of, hey, you go to the store, you fill up your shopping cart, you pay for it, then you leave it at the store. It's like, I'll come back and get it when I want it. You're going to let them have it? You're going to let them keep it? No, you're not going to do that. You're taking it with you. It's the same with anything else. You know, you want it in your possession. If you don't have it in your possession, then do you really have it? So if you've got your coins on Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, all these places that are actually, it sounds like, I don't even know if I want to go into this. The rumor is that they're going to be, you know, I don't want to say in trouble. They're going to be something legal is going to happen to these entities for the whole UST thing, because they might have been misrepresenting what UST was, you know, that thing that had the big crash. So there might be some legal issues coming for a lot of these exchanges. Also, these exchanges, I saw, you know, they're all plastered up on the World Economic Forum. I saw a tweet where somebody had mentioned that kind of what was gone over at the World Economic Forum, you know, what we weren't paying attention to, those meetings, while all this other stuff was happening in the news. Apparently, all these cryptocurrencies, a lot of them are aligned or funded by the big money, and they are essentially doing what I thought they would do. They're kind of taking over the new system, and they're picking and choosing who they want the winners to be and who they want to be the new crypto economic system that they kind of control. They're putting in gateways. And a lot of these exchanges are, I don't know, partners or grouping with the World Economic Forum, you know, whatever you want to call it. The fact is, the exchanges are going to go along with the flow, just like banks are. It's just what they do. I mean, you know, they're part of the structure. They're following the rules. They are going to do what they have to do to stay a part of that group. That's why it's so important to have your own coins. That's why it's so important, like I'm talking about with this meetup, you know, in a roundabout way, I'm finally getting back to the point. You need to take possession of your coins. You need to have control of them. You need to be the custodian. And so what you do is you hold it in what's called a non-custodial wallet. I know it's kind of an oxymoron in a way. But what happens is that just means that there is not a custodian of your coins. It's a non-custodial wallet. A custodial wallet is when a custodian holds the coins, like Coinbase. You don't want that. You want to make sure you have the coins. And the easiest way for me to show people that is, like at our meetups, what happens, I'll give them the seed card. Go to redcatlife.com, I think is the website. Go to clintwestwood.net, and you'll see the link to it. She can make you some of these seed cards. Essentially what they do, you write down the phrase, the words in order. That's your access, your key to the coins that you're going to put in that wallet. If you lose your phone, doesn't matter. You can restore that wallet with those seed words. That's why it's important to save that. That's why I kind of made up a nice little card, you know, so at the meetups, it's like, hey, write this down, put it in a safe place. Here's an extra one if you want it. So what happens is you're going to download a wallet. And it can be Monarch, it can be Coinomi, it can be Exodus, it can be, you know, any number of wallets. Cake wallet, I got to use them more. They're pretty good. So you download that wallet, you've got it on your phone, it can be on a tablet, you know, as long as you got, and you don't even need internet access. It's a whole thing. I need to teach a class on this. Come to the meetup, you'll learn about it. I will teach you. But you'll download that wallet on your phone, and then I'll be able to send you Litecoin. And I will send you Litecoin, and you'll get it, and you'll see how fast it is that you get it. And then you'll say, wait a minute, where's that Litecoin? Well, no one can control that Litecoin except you in that wallet. So if you lose that seed phrase, that Litecoin's lost forever. It's being tracked in the blockchain, but no one can access it because you've thrown away the digital key. And I know I've given away a lot of Litecoin that is now locked up forever. So when we hear, oh, there's 84 million Litecoin that can ever exist, bull. Yeah, it can exist. It's just a lot of it's inaccessible. It's out there and it can't be moved. So really how much Litecoin is really out there, and it becomes more scarce than you really know. Same with Bitcoin. So it's very important to realize that, you know, once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, you've got possession of it. You know, you're the only one that's responsible for it. You lose it, it's not going to get accessed. So that's what I try to teach you, though, but it's empowering because I would rather lose it on my own. It's like I'd rather hold cash in my pocket rather than letting the bank hold it for me. And some people don't like that, but in this age where they want to control everything and lock everything down, and it is a vampire casino, cash out, get your stuff out of it, and have it in your possession. You can always play the game if you want to. You can walk in there and put a little bit in, but you don't want to put everything in. You don't want to take it all in there and carry around all their poker chips. I mean, what seriously, why would you carry around poker chips when you leave the casino? You want to cash that out into something that you can use. So as you're playing in the vampire casino, because we kind of have to a little bit, that's fine. You can use their chips. Render under Caesar, that which is Caesar, and unto God, which is God, that kind of thing. You know, it's a necessary evil at some point. We're trying to get to that point where it is not, we don't have to have that option. We can walk out, and that's what we have to do. And cryptocurrency, silver, offer those solutions. Rambling on the cryptocurrency thing, but it is very important. It is sound money. It is digital money. It's money that you can hold in your own possession. It's money that you, I'll keep track of the little dog. I don't know where she went. She's probably right here. But it's money that you can control, and you've got that opportunity to do that. You've got this gift, you know, this thing you never had before, you know, this money that you can send anywhere in the world, any time of the day, unrestricted, and then you're going to let a custodian hold it? It defeats the whole purpose of what blockchain is and what cryptocurrency is. So you've been given this freaking, you know, sword in the stone, and you're able to pull it out, and then you're just going to, you know, I'll just use it as a butter knife. You know, or I'll just let somebody else hang on to it. You know, you can hang it on your wall. I'll come get it when I need it. It's not what you do. That's not how it's done. She's over here, little Franny, the little dog. So, learn how to take possession of your coins. If you come to the meetup on June 17th in Peoria, Illinois, you will learn how to do that. You get to hang out with Litecoin Lisa and me. watch us do our live happy hour show like we do every Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. All the details are on my website, clintwestwood.net. We've got a VIP dinner. We got a couple of tickets. Well, we got a few tickets sold. And so a VIP dinner that night, it supports our roadshow cause. So when we go on the road, I mean, you know, consider it, you know, it's, you know, I hate doing it, but it's like, you know, it's like think of it as a fundraiser event. You know, it's one of those things to where it's like, hey, you know, get to sit down and have dinner and drinks and just talk to us. And, you know, you have the full attention, and, you know, it's just us in a nice environment where no distractions, and it's just, you're able to talk and ask questions and just hang out with Lisa and I. And so hang out with Lisa and me. But it's fun. Oklahoma City we did, it was really fun. So that's available. LITECOIN Lisa, get a hold of her if you want one of those VIP tickets. It's $250. I mean, it is what it is. The event's free, and we do it all free. I give away LITECOIN for free, you know, and teach you how to do all this stuff. And that's just kind of our way of, you know, if you can afford to do that and you want to do that kind of thing, then we, you know, it's there. You know, it's there to support us. And it's kind of like a donation to the cause, and you get a dinner and you get drinks and you get to hang out with us, you know. So that gets us, you know, some funding to keep going on this and keep doing what we're doing. So anyway, I hope you can come to the meetup, June 17th. J-Mac's going to be there. Mitch is going to be there. There's other people. Paulie P is going to be there. Charlie G is going to be there. If you're on Twitter, you know all these guys. I don't want to speak for anybody else. There's a lot of people coming in. I don't know if I want to throw their names out there yet, but there are going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a pretty big event. I'm excited about it. It's just pretty cool, you know, coming to the Midwest. Real people, nothing artificial. All right, I just take possession of your coins, take possession of your wealth, get it into your own possession. I mean, that's really the key. That's the biggest thing for me. It's, you know, the frustrating thing. I had a brief conversation yesterday, or I made a comment in a chat, and people are angry at the politicians because all they're doing is coming out and grandstanding right now. They are, you know, immediately gun control legislation rolls out. Oh, we need to do something. We need to do something. And it's so predictable and so typical. But you always never let a crisis go to waste. You know, and that's their attitude. It's very obvious to me. And that's the frustrating thing to me. There are people who are mad, like, oh, these politicians are jerks. They're just playing their role. They're puppets. They're controlled by the vampires that sit above them. What frustrates me the most is that we, the people, allow ourselves to be deceived and fall into that trap where they emotionally manipulate us. That's the biggest problem I have. The frustration just with that we're not awake enough, you know, with people. I'm frustrated with people. Politicians I've written off. I know they're evil. I mean, I know they're going to do whatever they can. They're bought and paid for. And the people who control them are evil. It's just that so it's hard to get mad at them anymore because they're showing their true colors all the time. They're frauds. You know, it's like WWE. You know, it's just a big theater. And, you know, they're a good old boy network, really, is what it comes down to. It's a big theater for us. What upsets me is we buy into it, is that people still believe it and, you know, tug at their heartstrings and the emotional. It's like at some point you disconnect and you just look at it for what it is and judge the tree by its fruits and understand what they're really doing. And that's the most irritating and frustrating and hurtful part for me, is that not enough people have awakened to that fact yet. And that's what it takes to change everything. We have to have enough people awake and realize, listen, we're just being used and manipulated. This is all a fraud. And this summer, you know, they're going to use that Roe v. Wade thing as a big spark to start riots and pit us against each other while they continue to do bad things. And it's just, you see what's happening, you see what's coming. And at some point, it's like, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're tired of giving you power. We're tired of giving these vampires our energy, because that's all they're doing, is taking our energy, using our emotions, our energy against us. And it just gets old. You know, it's frustrating. So my goal is to, one at a time, educate as many people as possible to take some sort of action to exit that system and quit funding that system. with our energy and really with the money is what it comes down to, because the dollar is their tool and they can create as much as they want of it. And as long as we use it, as long as we give it power, they can continue to manipulate us. And so we have to find ways to break out of that. And that's all I want to do. Help people to be in control of their money, in control of their possessions, so that they can make good decisions for their lives, for their families. All right. You got to trust yourself. You got to know that these people are lying to you. You got to know it. You got to feel it. And you just, you know, it's hard at first. It's easy for me. I've been doing this for over 20 years and knowing that, you know, everything's a falsehood. But you just gotta look at it, and look at Building 7 on the September 11th, 2001. How did that fall down? Building 7. How did it fall? You know, you start somewhere. Gulf of Tonkin. You know, you start somewhere and realize they've been doing this over and over and over again, creating this problem, and then causing us to emotionally react, and then they offer up a solution that they already had ready to go. That's what they wanted in the first place. Problem, reaction, solution. The Hegelian dialectic. That's what they do. Once we're on to that, it's so easy to see what a fraud it is. It really is. Everything's rigged. It's all an illusion. They're all vampires. That's simple. All right, take possession of your wealth. Always trust yourself. Get to Peoria, Illinois. June 17th. I want to meet you. I want to meet all of you. I'll give you all big hugs, because I will. Ask anybody. That's how I roll. All right. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you would, and have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow. Happy Hour Friday.